Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Nahmadu wa nusalli ala Rasulihil Kareem. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. We often see in our communities people are talking about choosing the right leader to run or govern an Islamic entity or Islamic organization, or Islamic community center or masjid, etc. And when they discuss about the leaders, they do not differentiate between a Muslim community leaders and the leader of Muslim Ummah. Both type of leaders are different and both have different responsibilities and both have different criteria and different circumstances. I'm thinking to make a couple of videos. Here's the first one. Inshallah, I'm going to make another video later on. So let's see how both community leaders and Ummah leaders are grounded in Quran, Hadith, and Islamic scholarship. Let's discuss and talk about Muslim community leaders, the leaders which we have in our communities. A Muslim community leader, he is a person who leads a local group, a local masjid or group of masajid or organization within a limited context such as city, region or institution. And this community leader is bound to abide by some man-made bylaws of the organization he is running for. And these bylaws may be Islamic or mix of Islamic and society social norms. So let's go one step further. That is, that organization could be Islamic organization, but practicing in a country which is not a Muslim country. So how does it work? We cannot demand or expect from our community leader to implement certain laws which prevails in Islamic country. His role is administrative, spiritual sometimes, and social, and to unite the people, manage community affairs, and ensure Islamic values guide local decisions. So there are some qualities based on Quran and Sunnah that a community leader should possess. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says in Quran, one of the two women, they said, the two sisters, they were talking to their father and said, Father, hire this man. The best man you can hire is the one who is strong and trustworthy. And the ayah is in the context of Musa alayhi salam and the daughter of the old man. These girls were fetching water from well, and Musa alayhi salam helped them, and they were talking to their father now about the person who could be strong and trustworthy for a small group like these two females, their father and their sheep and animals. So this could be a good example for a leader, community leader on a smaller scale. Very first thing we should consider when electing a community leader is whether that person is a trustworthy or not. It is called amana, trustworthiness. Our community leaders should keep community trust and funds and resources safe. A leader should not spend community money and community resources and trust as he wishes, rather with care and consultation. That is called amana. And he should also possess knowledge, ilm. Yeah, that is also very important. He should understand Islamic principles before making decision. It does not mean that he should be a scholar, but at least he should have basic knowledge to differentiate between halal approach and haram approach. I'm not talking about halal haram. I'm talking about approach. And if he does not have enough knowledge to differentiate, then he should have inclination towards learning and doing mashwara. Yes, a leader does not have enough of these knowledge about these approaches, but he should have resources available for him from where he could get guidance. So another key attributes community leaders should have, I want to mention it before I forget, it just came to my mind, is rahma, salah rahmi, compassion. He should treat people with kindness, not with arrogance. Usually it has been observed that the leaders' favorite people get more attention and favors and trust as compared to those who criticize them and those who avoid flattery. Yet these people are responsible community members. Yes, we should do salah rahmi for that one. So another most important element which I want to talk is shura, consultation. That is the one of the most important key element. A community leader take advice from scholars and community elders and community members, male, female, even from youngs. If he is acting like my way or highway, then such person is misfit to become a community leader, period. A community leader represents the voices of community, and he should always do mashwara, consultation with shura if there is a shura, with community leaders, male, female, and I said with everyone. There is a hadith of Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam كلكم راع وكلكم مسؤول عن رعية. Every one of you is shepherd, and every one of you will be held accountable for his flock. Hadith in Sahih Bukhari and Muslim. So community leadership is a trust, not a privilege. He must serve, not rule. Now, come to the second point, which is the leader of Muslim Ummah, like Khalifa, Amirul Mu'mineen, whatever name you want to give. A leader of Muslim Ummah is responsible for the entire body of Muslim world, ensuring justice, unity, and protection of faith. This role carries religious, judicial, political, and moral authority. And Quran also talks about it. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, Ya Dawood, inna ja'alnaka khalifatan fil ard, fahkum bayna an-nas bil haqq. O Dawood, we have made you a successor upon the earth. So judge between the people in truth. Surah Sad. The Khalifa, global leader, is bound to implement justice, maintain unity, and safeguard the dignity of Muslims everywhere. He is supreme authority, and he should be one to guide the Ummah. Okay, now let's summarize and reflect. A Muslim leader, Muslim community leader serves the heart of the people. A leader of the Ummah serves the destiny of the nation. Bigger job. Both are shepherds, but the greater the flock is, the heavier the responsibility is. Usually in North America, like Canada, USA, and if you go further in Europe, Australia, New Zealand, we do not elect rulers. We elect our community leaders. They are not Khalifa, they are not ruler, Islamic ruler. So we follow the criteria which Islam allows us for community leaders. So sometimes people say that so and so person is religious. He has long beard and come to Masjid 5 times and also give some khatira, and we should elect him as our leader, community leader, mashallah. That is a wrong approach. It is true that when we are choosing a leader, we should choose very carefully, and the person should be religious, if we could find it, and he should have religious knowledge, and his religious knowledge and religious approach is like icing on the cake. But coming to the masjid and having long beard and speaking from the pulpit is sunnah, not fard. And the position of being shepherd of the flock means leadership is an amana, a trust, and this comes with heavy responsibility, which should have a vision. And this is my point. We need to elect a person who has vision. For example, if a person, he is practicing Muslim, but like say 20% practicing Muslim, but he has no vision, then such person cannot be a good leader. On the other hand, there is a person, he is also Muslim, but he is 10% practicing Muslim, but his vision is clear, and he brings idea of serving the community, uniting the community, regardless of their religious inclination. Such person is beneficial for the community. And now I'm being kind of blunt. I have a realistic approach. I would ask you to look around without being biased and see how many Islamic centers or the Masjid or community centers were built by religious people who were 100% practicing Muslim. I think if I see the percentage, it will be less than 5%. Most of the centers, community centers, massages are built by not religious people, but common Muslim community members who are practicing Islam within their capacity. But they had one thing very important, and that was their vision. Vision is more important than person having long beard, talking Islam every day. And if I'm a religious and coming to the masjid, that is my personal affair. And if I'm in a position to influence people and do something and don't have any vision, then there comes a problem. I can't be a good leader then. We need visionary leaders for our community. There is a hadith of Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. The most beloved of the people to Allah are those who are most beneficial to others. Yes, beneficial to others with a vision. This is what we could be. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala guide us to the right path and help us choose the one who is good for us and good for community and good for ummah with the clear vision. Allahumma ameen. Wa ma alayna illa al-balagh.